Good morning and welcome back to Witcombe Park Farm. Right, so in this episode it's going to be probably really busy due to the fact that it's harvest season, and if I go to here, all of my fields are ready to harvest apart from the alfalfa. So we need to crack on. Right, the first fields I'm going to do, if I can take the handbrake off, is... What have I hit? Okay. Yeah, the first thing we're going to have to do is get the wheat fields done. And the poppy seed field done down here. Get those two hammered out the way. So if I park up here. So we're ready to go. I'll go grab the trailer. The header. Or the header trailer. We need a tractor to do that. So we'll use the New Holland. Now I don't have the cab animation working to its full extent because I've turned the visual animal effects off. I've completely forgot the trailer. That does not work. Yeah, so I've used another mod that basically interferes with the in-cab animation getting into the cab. I think it's more visual animals or something like that. And I've done it again. It's supposed to be a realistic series. And where I've been playing off screen and doing bits and bobs, it's been switched off and on and off and on because I've been testing mods and etc. Left it off. Good news is it's on. Right, so which one are we going to start with? We'll probably go poppy seed down the front. Yeah, I've still got that on. As in, still got crop destruction on, so we've got to be careful here. There you go. Wasn't close enough. There you go. We are open. Just a test run. Yeah, everything's working. Bring that down. Right, so I need to move this tractor. I'm going to park that there. Shut the door so don't fill it with combine dust. Now this is going to be the first harvest on this field. What I'm going to do, because I want to be the tractor guy, yeah, that seems more realistic. Yeah, I want to be the one basically doing the carting with the tractor to the silo. So that is my aim of the game. Now I'm going to use the big fence for this. And that is the trailer. There you go, got all the hoses on so that the brakes work. Now I have no drawbridge scale here anymore. I got rid of that in one of the last episodes. But yeah, we will pull up just here for now. Turn the ignition off. Now, I'm just going to help him out with the cruise control a bit. There you go. And I need that. There you go. So I need him to put down the straw. I didn't realise he wasn't doing that, so I didn't check. That's my mistake. That's a bad farm manager, owner. But to be fair, it is the headland, so it don't really matter. Now, what are we getting off this field? Potentially 19,000. It's not a lot. What are we getting off the wheat? Another 20,000. I'm just going to run around and check. So we're operating around 20,000 now. I need the linseed to be decent. Yeah, 67. That's perfect. That's pretty damn good. Right, so that's good. Let's go check the triticale. We'll run through the barn here. As you can see, we're getting milk now. It's awesome. Right, so let's go to the triticale field. And we are 32,000. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Now the alfalfa field, it's not grown yet, but what I'm planning on doing with that is baling it and having it as hay. $12,000 for that field. Okay. So we're doing pretty well so far. This field here is going to be my next purchase, I reckon. How much is it? 119. So what I'm going to be using the poppy seed for, and the linseed is when I find it, linseed oil. Be doing it for that, and poppy seed oil. So that's what that's going for. Then all the straw will be baled up and chucked in here. Now I need to get some hay bales in here. I think the hay bales will come out here. So yeah, that's what I need. So we are doing really, really well so far. Right, next step is What is the next step? Now, that's not going to need ploughing, is it? No. That's good. It doesn't need lime. It's not going to have weeds on it. It's obviously going to need fertilizing. Do I have a mulcher? I'll be surprised if I did. No. So the next step will be baling. Now, the baler needs... what does it need in horsepower? 140. And this needs 150. So you got about 300 horsepower there. Now, all my tractors are a bit everywhere. So that's only 170. That's 207, 213. I think this one's a bigger one. 302. Yeah, so that one's able to do it. And of course, so is the big green monster. So what I'll do, I'll jump in here. Turn the ignition on. I'll unhook this. And we go get it all lined up ready for the windrower and the baler, which is going to be interesting to say the least. Getting it out of here. Is going to be tricky. Right, so now we need to go do that one. That one. Is it gonna fit? Yeah, it fits. Right, I can turn the hazards off. The beacon's off for now. Right, so now I need to reverse this. In here. To an extent, because I can't reach it. And then what I'm going to have to do, unrealistically, is just drag this slightly forwards. Like that. And then go like that and like that. So it's all connected, right? Right, let's get out of it because it's creating all sorts of problems. There you go. So we've now got this setup ready to go. Let's go grab the John Deere. There's a lot of moving parts to this. Now, I don't think the little tractor will actually pull it. That's the trailer I'm on that. Because it's a big trailer. So let's back it up. That was actually pretty good. I'm surprised how well that lined up there. Right, now it's got brakes. I'll do that. Shut the door. Oh, we're ready to empty. I didn't see the notification. Let's go. Now he's actually, fortunately, in a nice spot, so if I drive forward a bit more, there you go, we're unloading. So let's have a look. We're about halfway on the mini-map across this field. So that is one field down, pretty much. This combine is very slow to unload. Alright, so what I'm going to do is reverse it a bit. Pull outside the field. I don't think I'm going to get there. I am. If I pull this off, I'll be doing alright. I have. I've pulled it off. Let's turn a bit more. Turn. I pulled it off. I am surprised. I actually managed to reverse out there without getting stuck. Right, so what I'm going to do, because it's literally going to be two loads maybe. I'm going to come in here, unfold that, unfold that. Oh, that's folding it. That's on. That's on. Everything's on. Let me just check. Is that on the auto? Current drop mode automatic. Beautiful. And that hasn't quite worked. So have I got auto stop on? Let's reset the bell counter. Okay. So you're not going to get every single bit of straw with this on the first pass, which is slightly frustrating. They are straw bales, aren't they? Yeah. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. I'm just trying to get it all in the baler. It's the big clumps that are the issue. But I can get through it. So it does work. As long as you ain't got the big clumps, you're fine. Is it something I would recommend? It's probably more the bale setup than anything. The baler setup, rather. If you had one which was a bit wider pickup, it'd be fine. I mean, to be fair, this is fine. It's just the big clumps at the ends. But that's always been an issue anyway, so. Now, I think there's a bit in this grass just here. I want to collect it all. There you go. See, the thing that I like about this windrower is you can grab 2 or 3 rows at the same time. You're not having to use like 2 different tractors to do this job. Yes, it's not ideal, but it's okay. All you gotta do for this bit is just drive over it again. And there you go. Simple as that, really. Right. So let's open that, turn that off, jump out. The poppy seed is done, so I can go and empty this now. Now we're going to get onto that big wheat field. Well, the wheat field just there. What I want to do is I want to bring out the pipe there, put the parking brake on, get the tractor and line that up. And then we can see what we got. It said about 19,000, so hopefully it'll be about 19,000. Now I've got manual discharge on, and the camera's working there. You can see it filling up. And we got 19,000. Beautiful. Alright, the parking brake's on, so let's go empty out. I've got to shut the door as well. Right, let's go empty out. This tractor's pulling this absolutely fine. I'll put the poppy seeds in there for now, in the silo. And then we'll see how we go. Now, I need to get, or lease the mill again, the oil refinery mill. Oh, right, one problem I've just spotted, that tractor's going to be in the way. So I'm going to pull this one up here because I shouldn't be in the way here. I'm going to put this one in the yard for now. Just going to pull it up here somewhere. Because I'll go from here to the linseed. So I don't need to take the header off because it should get through the gap quite easily. Right, well, I'm going to carry on baling. And I'll bring you back when we're further along. So, welcome back. We've finished harvesting the wheat field. I've just literally set him off on the linseed. I've baled all the poppy seed field. I'm currently working my way around this field right here. Now, the total amount of wheat that I got was 20,822. So that's all I managed to get. But it will add up at the end. So we'll just drop this off. And we'll have a look to see what we got in value of poppy seed and everything so far. Now luckily this holds 16 million. I'm not too keen on that. But I don't even think we'll ever fill that. Even if it was 1 million. Right, so let's have a look, see what we got. We've got a max value of 8,000. Poppy seed, we got a max value of 9,000. But there's going to be a lot more than that. By the time we've took it and put it in bottles and turn it into oil. So, got a field of bales to collect. I'm about to purchase a square baler. And I've got to get it delivered if I can. Now, we are doing the rounds right now. We are doing 3 headlands on this field. So yeah, and we're expected to get 67,000. So this is going to be the money crop because it's a bigger field. But if I what I want to purchase, because I've got round baler, I want to keep this. I want square baler. Now I can have all the expensive ones in the world. I can even have this one that shoots out tiny ones. But I want this one. Now I'm going to go 2 wheels. It gives it a bit more stability. Just checking. Yeah, that'll do. I can buy that because it's only 13. And it has been delivered. Just make sure I got rid of that. Yeah. So my plan is now, I've done all these round bales. So I'm going to turn it off, fold it up. Actually, no I won't. I'll empty it first. How about that? So I'm going to keep this baler for silage and hay. Now you know what? We won't. We're gonna sell it. But not just yet. I want to make sure this other one works. Alright. Let's dump that out here. Now I want to keep, I suppose I want to keep it as well, just because it's got the wrapper and everything. It's basically a really good bit of equipment. But what I want to do is I want to connect this one up and try this one. Now the funny thing is, it's Krone as well, so it's all matching, which is actually quite nice. It's like I'm using the complete kit. Alright, so I'm going to test it out over here first. So I've got all these round bales. What settings do we have? We have fine. Just go 220. I need to unfold it first. Yeah, so why I like the square bales is because it's a continuous thing. You don't have to stop. And the bales don't roll down the hill. Now I did just have a bale that went on the road in that other field and I had to go fetch it. This works so much nicer. Yeah, I'm gonna miss bits, I know. So I'll keep that other baler for now. I said I was going to get rid of it, but I won't. Right, let's go and empty out. So that baler that I just purchased, the Krone, packed, works really, really well. So that I'll keep. Right, I need to reverse. I don't quite know where the entrance is. It's just there. I actually managed to reverse that out pretty well. So I'm going to have so many bales here. What I might do is I might sell all the round ones. And then keep all the square ones. So that'll be my first load of crop. That holds quite a bit, so yeah, that's my plan. Because of my forks that my telehandler's got, I'll show you which ones I have. I've got these ones, so it's more suited towards square bales. I can still use it as round bales because I have been. But yeah, that's my theory. I'm going to stick with it for the time being. And we're making bales, so that's all that matters right now. And this is super fast compared to how fast the round baler was, because this just literally vacuum cleans everything off the floor. So how many bales have I got in this so far? I need to select it, don't I? Ah, because one hasn't come out yet. So you're always going to get the big clumps at the end that are not always going to go in. Right, is that counted? Yeah, so we got our first bale. But we're filling up really quickly. Right, so now that we've got a nice baler, not that the other one wasn't nice, but square baler, I can keep rotating and going. With a round baler, I was always having to stop and check where it was going to drop it. So yeah, there is definitely drawbacks to having a round baler, and there's definitely drawbacks to having a square baler. But at this point in time, there's more drawbacks to having a round baler. And now that I've got to the point where I'm creating bales constantly at this, it takes a couple to fill up. We're doing alright. Now, 3 rows on that field is going to be very interesting on the Lint City field. That's going to be a lot of swath. So I actually haven't checked the size of these bales, which is probably not the right thing to do. Just trying to collect all of this. This bit's going to be the challenge. If I can wang it around like that. I've got it. Nice. So I've got a couple of round bales on this field and some squares. I've got one little bit here. I'm actually over my 40-minute deadline of recording, surprisingly. But we've got 2 fields harvested and baled in this episode, and I wanted to finish this field off. So that's what I've done. I can fold that one. I can fold that one, and I can shoot out the last bale. Fold that up. Turn that off. Right, we'll go quickly unload the combine again. So we got 12,000 so far of linseed. It doesn't actually look a lot in that trailer, so that's surprising. Now, when the combine goes and does the inner rows, it will be going across the field, not up and down. So that'll make it a bit more interesting. Come on, John Deere 6M, you can do it. It's definitely struggling. Ooh. We're getting there. This might be an hour-long video at this rate. Right, now we're picking up speed. Just roll onto it like that. Put parking brake on. How's that looking? That's looking good. Right, so what combine do I actually own? It holds 12,000. Okay. Now, can I go immediately into planting something? Canola, I could do that again. Linseed is plantable soon. Poppy's plantable again. Rye's plantable. Mustard is a cover crop. Silage maize, I can plant. Spelt, wheat. Spelt and triticale soon. Fetch rye is a mowing crop. Actually, yeah, it should be alright for one more. So we're doing good. We're doing very good. Right, so I'm just gonna run down to my bale shed. Yeah, square bales look nicer. The only reason I got the combi round bale at the start was because it's a combi and you can do bale wrapping, etc. So what have I got in here? 36 bales. There's probably about that there in this field alone. We'll see how we go with the bales. I don't have auto stack, so we'll just go with what we got. So, well, auto load. So it'll all be manual. And I've had to use some of this silage out of here, so I've only got 30,000 left, so definitely needing some of that. Now my issue is with the alfalfa, if you cut a little bit of grass here and it goes into the wagon, it will change everything to grass. So I want to cut and bale at the same time, so I might switch or purchase a mower down the line to go on the front. If one comes up in sale, it'll be better. I don't want the Samas. I've had that on everything. A good class one would be nice. Or a Pottinger. They're quite expensive. So, yeah. We'll work it out down the line, but I'm hoping I can cut and collect at the same time. Put the forage wagon on and just keep dumping into here. Or we'll see how it turns out. Or I can bale it into hay. Either way, at some point I'm going to need hay because these cows are running on 80% productivity right now, which isn't too bad. We're getting 19,200 a year just on that. Now, once these have finished breeding and we get a few more in, then it will go up. But on that note, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. When I come back, I should have all the linseed done. So I'm going to carry on doing this field off camera. And then we'll be on to the 2 fields at the back. So I've got the triticale field here. And the wheat field here. So we'll start on the wheat field. Get that cut. And then we'll move on to the triticale. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.